Good evening, everybody.
Scheduled for one fall with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Manila, Mexico, weighing 200 pounds, the incredible Silver Lobo.
Excitement abound here at the MFPW. Hello and welcome on in. Alongside Pete Carter, I'm Ferran Burgundy, and we have a litany of matches here for you this evening, wherever you may be.
We are starting off the pre-show tonight, Ferran, with some great matches. Silver Lobo about to face off against one half of the former Monster Factory Tag Team Champions.
And looking to regain those later tonight. We'll get more into that in a little bit here. But first, let's go back to the ring and Derek T. Lewis.
This opponent to be accompanied by the God of Bad Bod from the City of Shadows, weighing 165 pounds. The leg of all there is, this is Marvelous.
Interesting matchup here tonight, Ferran. Of course, Silver Lobo last night viciously attacked by Chris Desmond at TRL. Injured but able to compete tonight. Marvelous himself coming off of an injury from 2 weeks ago in a championship match he had against David Goldie. But he asked for this match tonight.
Yeah, he wanted this as I don't know if it's essentially a warm-up, as later this evening, Marvelous along with the God of Dad Bod will be challenging for the MFPW Tag Team Championships in a Texas Tornado match, a four-way Texas Tornado match. Also facing off against the champions, Travis Jacobs and the Notorious Mimi, as well as Classy Max Sterling and Michael Z. And Bobby Buffet and Xander Alexander of the new Golden Era. So a lot at stake coming up later.
Absolutely Marvelous. I was speaking with him earlier. He said that we're going to see a different Marvelous tonight. You can see off to a quick start against Silver Lobo.
You notice the pace a little bit more methodical, not necessarily as high-flying, probably figuring that would play into the strength of Silver Lobo as a luchador.
Nice side headlock from Marvelous. Taking his time and wearing down Lobo. Lobo up, tried to toss Marvelous into the ropes, but Marvelous holds on.
I wonder how much of this is at the discretion and observation and, I guess, instruction of the God of Dad Bod, who's used to working a more methodical pace.
Of course, God of Dad Bod on the outside. Interesting to see just how focused Marvelous is on this match. Of course, he's got that match later tonight. Taking his time. Lobo, of course, has been on a bit of, had some difficult times of late. Still looking for a win here in 2024.
Yeah, currently an 8-match losing streak going on for Silver Lobo.
Marvelous up over the top. Tossing Lobo into the ropes. Reversal by Lobo.
You see now the pace picking up a little bit and that going into the favor of Silver Lobo, who almost had a bit of a wardrobe malfunction here.
Absolutely. Marvelous gets out of the way, misses with the leg. Lobo tripping Marvelous. Boot right to the face. And a splash from Silver Lobo going for a pin. What an upset that would be if Lobo wins this match. What's that going to do for Marvelous's mindset and his psyche going into that championship match later this evening?
Well, it's hard to say, as there are a lot of different factors, but it could go one of two ways. It could either be a harbinger of things to come, or it could be momentum loss here. It's now a near side cradle.
Wow.
Only a 2 count.
Marvelous almost caught there by Silver Lobo. Knee to the midsection, drives Lobo down to one knee, backing him into the corner. Oh, big chop. Lobo still struggling with his headgear.
And almost kind of shifting focus here, as more concerned with concealing that identity, which is notorious among luchadors, the purpose of the mask. and that almost taking precedence and importance versus the match here. And unfortunately leaving him wide open and allowing Marvelous to be a little bit more assertive here than you would normally see, as there are those knees right to the face in the corner.
And of course, the God of Dad Bod right in Silver Lobo's ear, as well as Mini Marvelous. Who knows what terrible things are being whispered into the ear of Silver Lobo by Mini Marvelous. Grapevine over, and tap from Silver Lobo.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 3 minutes, 58 seconds. The winner of this bout, Marvelous!
Nice warm-up for Marvelous as he gets ready for the Texas Tornado Tag Team Championship match later this evening. Joined, of course, by the God of Dad Bod.
You see the intensity there. Marvelous looking for greater things to come a little bit later. That being a victory in the Tag Team Tornado match, challenging for those tag titles later tonight.
So many amazing matches tonight. I'm really looking forward to this street fight, hoping that Jake Manley gets what's coming to him. But first,
Contest, scheduled for one fall, with the Tornado time limit. Introducing first, from Watertown, Pennsylvania, weighing 193 pounds, Lucas Twins DeSecco!
Mr. Fan Spastic showing up here on the Monsters Are Real pre-show. Of course, his goal in 2024, he has his eyes on the prize as he tries to get his way up to challenge Goldie for the Monster Factory Championship.
Yeah, looking to do everything that he can. If this was a year ago, you'd think he'd have been away from the business, but he's certainly back.
Weighing 160 pounds,
Mr. Friday Night making an appearance on a Saturday. It's a long weekend for On.
It most certainly is. Raspa looking to continue his winning ways. It was a little over a year ago, about 13 months ago, that these two did face off. I believe it was at Factory Reboot 2023, and Raspa did get the victory, something that Lucas is looking to avenge and even up here some 13 months later with a completely different mindset than what he had at that time just over a year ago.
And both of these competitors, so much growth over the last 13 months. Neither of them is where they were back in January of 2023. Twitch in control, takes Raspa over, gets him in that chin lock, keeping him down on the mat, trying to ground the high flyer. Raspa now with a wrist lock. Going back and forth. Nice escape by Twitch.
Constantly innovating his offense. As you see there, unique form of the arm drag.
Up on the ropes, tosses Raspa across the ring. Twitch getting fired up, but Raspa out of the way. Twitch misses. Nice leapfrog from Raspa. Takes Twitch down, Twitch quickly back up, a drop kick from Raspa, puts Twitch back into the corner.
Now over the other end here, locks the left hand, knows that Twitch is a southpaw, springboard off the top.
Nice clothesline from Raspa, takes Twitch down to the mat, he's going for a quick cover here.
And Twitch with a kick out here.
Ruby O'Connor on top of the action, checking to see if Twitch is ready to give up, but I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
No, I've known Twitch for the better part of over a decade now, and he has a lot of fight.
Forearms to the head and an elbow. Twitch starting to pick up a little bit of an advantage here. Rocking Raspa. tossing
Discus
him into the
forearm.
ropes. Raspa down. Oh, big clothesline from Twitch takes Raspa down.
And that's the experience of Twitch there, recognizing that swinging DDT and pushing Raspa against the momentum here.
Wow, the crowd getting into this early. Of course, if you come to the Monster Factory on Friday nights for the free TRL shows, you'll know that Mark Raspa Jr. is Mr. Friday Night. His legions of faithful show up and root him on every week. And he draws power from those fans, but right now he could use a boost.
Sling blade
Takes Twitch down, folds him in half.
keeps that momentum going, but Twitch able to use that strength in his legs and power out.
Listen to this crowd. They're still filing in, and they're already fired up for Mark Raspa Jr.
But there is something about Raspa that just gravitates toward the audience, and I feel like it's that something that Twitch has been looking for a long while. But for some reason, it seemed to elude him.
Multiple blows to Twitch's head. Picking him up.
Looking for the
Is he going for-
GTS.
Oh no, Twitch catches the leg. Oh!
Dragon screw leg whip. Perhaps setting up for that dragon's breath, that running knee.
Of course, Raspa loves to fly, and if that knee's damaged, that's going to be so much harder to do.
Wait, looking for Monster Rain, but instead there's that spike DDT.
Raspa going up top. Off the top.
Live
Big
Raspa
frog splash.
fly.
Wow!
That
Look at
screaming
that.
eagle.
Mark Raspa Jr.
The official time, 4 minutes, 1 second. The winner of this bout, Raspa Jr.
13 months later for Ron, but the same result. You have to wonder, has Mark Raspa Jr. figured out how to beat Twitch? Does he have the cheat code, as it were? Great display of sportsmanship by both of these competitors. And a big win for Mark Raspa Jr. here on the Monsters of Real pre-show.
Yeah, I don't know if cheating is necessarily in the mindset of either of these individuals, but he certainly seems to have a blueprint figured out. Whether it can be replicated, time will certainly tell. Still to come, of course, we have the middleweight medallion going to be defended by Chris Desmond against Miranda Vanette. That's going to be in a lumberjack match.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Razorhead, Powell, Pennsylvania, weighing 192 pounds, he is the outstanding Dylan Mesh.
The upstanding Dylan Mesh, anything but in his behavior and actions, as they say, certainly louder than words.
Dylan Mesh on a little bit of a, I don't want to say a downward spiral, but he's been having some tough times here at the Monster Factory of late.
Yeah, it stems back to Turkey Slam and that 5-on-5 elimination match. We saw Twitch a little bit earlier.
Oh! It's
From the world famous Monster Factory.
Oh, no. No.
Brian.
now why can't he do that on Friday nights? Our former broadcast colleague, Brian Murphy, who is on an astounding 4-win match streak. He is 4-0.
Even a 4-match win streak. Like the mighty clouds of joy in the mid-70s, he is riding the mighty high that has been this 4-match winning streak. Will that come to an end here tonight? Only time will tell.
Well, you got to look at Dylan Mesh, who's just not in a good mood. I mean, like the last time he was here, he lost the clutch, so that's not put him in a good headspace. Thinking that maybe against the relatively inexperienced Brian Murphy that he can get back on track. Murphy luring Mesh into the corner. Of course,
talk before this starts. You probably should have thought of that about 45 seconds ago.
Well, talking actually is part of the problem. You know, all those matches that Dylan Mesh had with Twitch, Brian Murphy was on commentary, didn't exactly say flattering things about Dylan, and I think that is front and center on Dylan's mind. Although right now, Brian Murphy. Oh, well, good effort, but I don't know what area code he's from, so. Dylan Mesh putting the boots to Brian Murphy.
Whatever area code it was, it looks like it was a declined collect call.
Tucks the clothesline. Nice cross body. Can he pull off? Wow. Going for a quick upset win. But Dylan Mesh not done yet. Chop on Mesh, but that didn't exactly seem to do much. Forearm to the side of the head. At this point in time, Dylan's just taunting him. Ineffectual chops.
He's trying to chop up that Caesar salad, and Mesh looking more like Brutus at this point.
Using safety scissors, just not getting the job done, and Dylan Mesh taking control of this match. Crowd trying to get behind Brian Murphy. Also a fan favorite on TRL.
I mean, that's where this win streak has emanated from at this point, as it was TRL episodes 20, 21, 24, and last night episode 26, where Murphy has had this win streak. A couple of wins against the God of Dad Bod, and then defeating Michael Z a couple of weeks ago, and just last night defeating Liam Black.
Big clothesline from Dylan Mesh in the corner, taking down Brian Murphy as he goes for the cover.
Right shoulder up, though.
Murphy looks almost out of it. Reaching for the ropes, but Dylan Mesh will have nothing of it. Wow, he just nailed the back of Brian Murphy's ankle. Just working Brian Murphy over on those ropes.
The crowd chanting, "Where's your apron?" I guess confusing upstanding Dylan Mesh with some semblance of
Catering.
food service or catering.
Yeah. Oh, underhook suplex takes Brian Murphy over. Going for the cover, and Murphy kicks out of that. Trying to draw some energy now from this crowd.
Very
Dylan Mesh.
solidly behind Murphy.
Dylan Mesh, though, methodical in his punishment of Brian Murphy. Just knees to the side. Murphy writhing in pain. Dylan Mesh just measuring the man right now. Picking him up. Into the ropes. Backbreaker.
And just leaving the weight of Murphy on the knee. But wait a minute. Crossbody shifting the weight, almost getting a 3 count there.
Almost going to 5-0. Now
Leg
this
sweeps. We've seen these in the past.
He worked this last night on Liam Black successfully.
Ginormous headbutt. But the damage from earlier in the match done to Murphy. Difficult to capitalize.
Where's he from? In case you didn't know, Farhan.
Well, it's good to give an introduction almost 5 minutes into the match.
Going for a bulldog. Some new offense from Brian Murphy going for the cover on Dylan Mesh. And Mesh kicks out.
Not quite enough to put the upstanding one away.
I'm wondering if maybe Dylan Mesh has taken Brian Murphy a little too lightly. Brian Murphy, of course, relatively new to actively competing in a ring.
Well, don't talk about it, get it done.
There's
Discus
Dylan.
forearm.
Yep, Dylan Mesh taking Brian Murphy down. Got to stay focused on the match, Brian. Fans all over Dylan Mesh.
Who's having some words there with Murphy. A little insult to injury, and
Went for that Jerry Lynn leg drop, which he stole from Jerry Lynn. Boy, going for the bridge. Wow!
and a victory.
Would you look at that?
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 6 minutes, 10 seconds. The winner of this bout, Brian Murphy.
Brian Murphy, believe it or not, is now 5-0. I don't want to be the one that has to tell Brian Morris. Dylan Mesh, once again, still having difficulty finding victory here at the Monster Factory.
It has been a challenge to say the least.
But congratulations to Brian Murphy, who's now 5-0.
And you mentioned Brian Morris. Later tonight, he'll be squaring off in a triple threat match for the Supersonic Championship. He'll be taking on champion Adam Matthews and fellow world-renowned stablemate in Nick Battie.
Yes, that's going to be an interesting dynamic.
Baby, I've been it. Yeah, baby, I've been it.
The following contest, scheduled for one fall, with a 20-minute time limit. Introducing first, from Paulsboro, New Jersey, weighing 165 pounds. He's it, he's been it, he's Tony Bennett!
Sip, sip, hooray, it's Tony Bennett. The man, the martini, the legend.
Yep, Tony Bennett, very familiar to the MFPW faithful over the better part of the last decade plus at this point here, going all the way back to 2012.
From Kenilworth, New Jersey, weighing 150 pounds. He is the ferocious beast, V. Daniel!
Ferocious Beast V. Daniel.
From the jungles of Kenilworth, New Jersey.
Indeed.
Of course, he's still looking for his first win here at the Monster Factory, training, of course, out of the Worldwide Dojo up in Bristol.
Up near my old stomping grounds.
Interesting matchup here. This is my first time actually seeing either of these competitors, so looking forward to this matchup.
Well, Bennett, a very noted history here in the MFPW, former MFPW champion, former two-time Supersonic champion, former arena champion back when it was the MF Network title, as well as a former holder of the middleweight medallion, and he won the inaugural Turkey Slam back in 2012.
Reversals back and forth. V. Daniel right now has control of Tony Bennett on the mat. Bennett reverses with a head scissors. Slow start to this match, just kind of each feeling each other out.
Well, both can certainly take to the air. It's a good middleweight matchup here. tilt-a-whirl around. It's Daniel now trying to utilize that momentum and drop kick to Bennett.
V. Daniel getting some energy, going for a quick cover. There's Tony Bennett tying up V. Daniel in the corner.
A little bit of a unique submission there over the ropes, almost partially applied tarantula.
Taking Tony Bennett over. V. Daniel getting fired up. Picks up Bennett. Back into the corner, both men exchanging blows. Whips into the
Send
corner.
Daniel to the other side, up and over, but a kick right to the midsection.
Tony Bennett grabbing a hold of the arm. Forcing him down, of course, taking it very methodical. Working on, looking for a submission.
Yep, trapped the back shoulder and had a hammerlock as well. Tried to roll through, now finally does and only gets a 2 count.
Very close.
Bennett, of course, with a noted amateur wrestling background as well. Actually graduated from nearby Paulsboro High School. So a lot of this area having watched him literally and figuratively grow.
Just being super methodical right now. Taking his time on working over V. Daniel. Tossing him into the ropes. Ducks the clothesline. Picks him up. Over back into the ring corner there, but V. Daniel not able to capitalize super quickly. Going in now, and he hits the elbow.
Perhaps a little low on that head scissor takeover. Might have struck the mat with the back of his head, and that's certainly not helping either.
Questioning V. Daniel's fashion choices.
Kick to the arm. Now just really continuing to focus in on that arm.
Working over that one body part.
Perhaps looking for that anti-up arm bar.
Oh, nice. Nice submission move here.
Fantastic bridge as well.
Twisting over. Just punishing V. Daniel right now at this point. He loves to admire his work and see the violence that he perpetrates, but
Well, careful what you wish for.
I was going to say, ask and ye shall receive. He's not going to oblige the fans with that. This is very impressive mat wrestling here from Tony Bennett. Working on that arm, trying to get a submission, just grounding V. Daniel.
And that's the versatility of Bennett that we've seen over time that has made him as skilled as he is. He can work a high-flying game. He can take you to the ground. He can beat you in so many different ways. Whereas V. Daniel has just more of a singular scrappy fighter style, and
reversal here. Almost caught Tony Bennett sleeping. Nice drop kick. Getting back on top of Daniel. Blows to the head.
going to a more assertive style, and then just quickly almost getting the 3 there with the wrap up.
picking Daniel up off the mat.
That being said, you can see with the style of Bennett here, even though he's been beloved by the Paulsboro faithful here, at least some of the diehards. Well, now they're chanting for a knife-edge chop here. But again, you know, Bennett is his own person. Doesn't have to listen to the people here.
See,
That's probably why he's had such a hot and cold relationship with here at the factory and the faithful as well.
See, I thought they were chanting "Life is short," so
Maybe you're hearing what you want to hear there, Carter. I don't know.
I guess. But right now, V. Daniels just not really, he hasn't really been able to put together a solid string of offense. Tony Bennett just dominating pretty much from the get-go here in this match. Daniel just getting in short bursts. Knee to the midsection. Takes him over again. Still working on that left arm.
Trying to lock it in, that short arm scissors arm bar. And now just dropping a couple of elbows.
Shut the door! Shut the door!
Whoa! Trying to sneak one out. So close.
Not quite able to get there, but Daniel
Finally.
concerning himself with getting back in this as opposed to Bennett, who was concerned more with the entrance door to the arena here.
Heine, it is cold though, Faran. When that door's open, I'm freezing. Daniel up top with a crossbody.
And Bennett powers out.
Taking down the knee pad. Going for that knee.
You're dead!
Nice offensive maneuver from V. Daniel going for the cover.
Plants him down. Does he get the three? He does not.
This is the first time, though, Faran, that Daniel's really been able to put together a string of offensive moves in this match.
Well, he got the devil's knee, but he figures, all right, he can get all of it the first time.
Bennett slowly getting back to his feet.
This
Misses.
time had it scouted.
Up, it's, oh, shaken, not stirred.
Ladies and gentlemen, the official time, 9 minutes, 46 seconds. The winner of this bout, Tony Bennett.
He took his time, Faran, but he decided to shake it till he makes it. And he comes away with a victory here on the Monsters Are Real pre-show.
And you can see there waving off the faithful and probably heading back for a celebratory martini.
Dirty with olives, I am told.
I would expect nothing less. That's going to do it for us here. We'll be back in about 10 minutes for Monsters Are Real here at the MFPW.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in just a few moments.